Welcome back. In this lecture, we'll learn JSON. JSON refers to JavaScript object notation and it is used to store and exchange data between different interfaces. And JSON is a string of name and value pairs. And to work with JSON data, we have to import the built-in module provided by Python, that is JSON, by using the keyword import. And we'll cover the following topics: how to import JSON module, and how to convert JSON to Python object dictionary using json.loads function, and how to convert Python object dictionary, tuple, list and string to JSON object using json.dumps function, and also how to convert int, float, boolean, none to JSON using json.dumps function. And we'll create a example of a person object and try to convert to JSON using json.dumps function. And we also use format JSON using indent, and we'll try to replace the default separator using separators. And lastly, order the result using sort underscore keys. Now let's see the demo. Go to our IDE, PyCharm, practice new Python file, and let's name it JSON demo. Now let's add the comment JSON JavaScript object notation demo. The first thing is, in order to use the JSON functions, we have to import the JSON module by using the import keyword. So let's add the comment import JSON module provided by Python by using the import keyword. Now the first one is convert JSON to Python object, that is dictionary. So let's create a sample JSON. So JSON is nothing but a name value pair. So name is name and the value is Bob, and age, that is the name, and the value is, that is an integer, so 50, and height value is 5'7", and weight, the value is 175. So this is a JSON object. Now use the inside a JSON module, we have the function called loads. So use the loads function to convert this JSON object into a dictionary object. So now let's try to assign this to a variable Python object and try to print to see the dictionary object. So now let's right click and run it, run JSON demo. So now we can see the dictionary object inside the console. So by using the dictionary object, we can pass the name as the key and try to print the value Bob. So now let's try to print this. So now we can see Bob is printed in the console. So similarly, we can pass the remaining three keys, that is age, height and weight. So we can get the values inside the dictionary 50, 57 and 175. Let's add this to the print function so we can see in the console. Now let's see how to convert dictionary to Python. So earlier we converted JSON to Python object, that is dictionary object. Now let's try to convert a dictionary to JSON using json.dumps. Now let's create a dictionary object that is nothing but a name value pair. So name is Paul, age 39, height 5'9", and weight 179. So this is our dictionary object. So using the dumps function inside the JSON module, pass the dictionary object so we can convert this to a JSON object. So let's name it JSON1 and try to print the JSON object. So here we are converting a dictionary to JSON. So let's try to run this. So now we can see dictionary is converted to a JSON object using the json.dumps function. So now the next one is convert tuple to JSON object. Let's create a tuple, tuple1, and pass the elements Monday to Friday. And inside the JSON module we have the function dumps and pass the tuple that we created. So we can convert a tuple to a JSON object. So now we can see the JSON object is printed in the console. So let's add this comment to the print function. So we can see that comment in the console. Okay, and the JSON object is printed in the console. The next one is convert list to JSON object by using json.dumps function. So let's try to create a list 1 by passing the same elements Monday to Friday, and inside the JSON module we have a function called dumps and pass the list that we created. And let's try to print this so we can see the JSON object created in the console. So now let's try to print this comment in the console by using the print function. So here we converted a list to a JSON object. The next one is how to convert a string to a JSON object. Now let's create a string and assign the value. Let's name it string2 str2 and assign the value. Python is a programming language that lets you work more quickly and integrate your systems more effectively. So this is our string. Now let's convert by using the dumps function inside the JSON module. So pass str2 and let's try to print the JSON object that is created by using the dumps function. So now we can see the JSON object. Now let's see how to convert int, float, boolean and none to JSON object. Use a function dumps and pass the integer. Let's try to print and see the value 100. That is the JSON object created by using the json.dumps function. So similarly, let's try to use the dumps function and pass a float value, and the same way pass a boolean and pass boolean value that is false, and the last one pass none. Now if you run it, we can see the value 100.4 true, false. For none, the equivalent JSON object is null. Now let's try to create person object and try to convert it to a JSON object. Person, so give the name value pair. So name is Shirley, age is 40 and height is 5'8" and weight is 137. Single family home, true. Shirley has a single family home. And town home, false. She doesn't have a town home. Kids, girls, yes she has. Sam and Pat. And boys, she doesn't have any boys. And trucks, model is Toyota Tundra and the engine is V8. Similarly, Shirley has another truck and the model is Toyota Tacoma and the engine is V6. So this is our person object. Now let's try to use the dumps function and convert this person object to a JSON object. So now let's try to print this and run it. So now we can see the entire object is converted to a JSON object, but this is not in a readable format. So let's add the comment. This is not in a readable or user friendly format. So now let's convert it in a more readable format by using the indent. Let's add the indentation, that is space at the beginning. So use JSON dot dumps and pass the person object, and let's add 3 spaces at the beginning and try to print it. So now you can see 3 spaces are added at the beginning and each value is printed in a more readable format. So let's add the comment. Notice space and a comma to separate each object, and if you notice colon and a space to separate keys and values, they are added when we use the indent, that is we are giving 3 spaces at the beginning of the code line. So now let's use separators. Let's try to add this comment so we can see in the console, and use the third parameter, that is separators equal to, let's use colon comma, let's replace with a caret symbol. Now let's try to run it. So now we can see all the colons are replaced by caret symbol. Now the last one, how to use sort underscore keys to sort the result. Sort underscore keys, the value is true. Now let's add this comment so we can see in the console, and let's run it. So earlier the result was not in the sorting order, the names are sorted by alphabetical order. So that is how we can sort by using the sort underscore keys equal to true. Alright, in the next lecture we'll learn regular expressions. See you in the next lecture.